I would like to first and foremost thank the chairs, Senator Cronin and Representative Cahill. My name is Justin Rodriguez. I've been incarcerated for 13 years. I'm due to be released soon in roughly about 2 months. And I'm a member of the African American Coalition Committee, AACC, as this specifically Civic Engagement Department. So I'd like to acknowledge my support for the bill, for structural racism bill, the oversight bill, one House Bill 2636 and Senate Bill 1725. And I have a personal connection to this bill, specifically because over the last year, I came into an incident with an officer and there was a racial involvement. And it ended up leading to grievances being filed, to there being no resolution to the incident that ever took place. So the first grievance, which was grievance 123-295, and that grievance was related to an officer making comments about my appearance and me having tattoos and being gang affiliated. However, I've never been affiliated with a gang in my life. So after that moment, I ended up being sent to the hole, even though I would have been sent to population. And after that moment, it sent me down a spiral of trying to get some redress for the issue of the racial incident. So after that incident, there was another incident maybe a couple of weeks later, and that same officer came into my room, put his hands on me, and under suspicion, and we ended up having some small altercation, but nothing serious, and I ended up having to leave and then come back to the cell later on. So that issue that took place then ended up turning out to become a story that was later published by journalist Eliza Dewey with the Boston Institute for Nonprofit Journalism. And that was a turning point for me, because now I started doing my research and really getting into race consciousness and just racial disparities and understanding what the issues are that we're having here. And it's a big problem, because when I think and look at the socio-political landscape and climate of today and going home in 2 months, I do have a little fear. I do have a little nervous, because there's no oversight. There's no provisions over these measures, right? There's no provisions protecting individuals from these incidents or from this reality, right? And I believe that the reality is going to take place from the bottom up, not the top down. However, from the top down, I believe that the measures start engineered at the top, but realized from the bottom to the top, right? And I would like to thank the chairs for having me today, and God bless, take care. I urge for this bill to pass. Thank you.
Thank you.